The interest was always there. I thought it was a fairly recent thing that I developed over the last, decade or so. But it turned out that my mother passed away in 2012. And when we were going through all her, affairs and things and cleaning out cupboards and whatever, I came across this little book, and it said, when you open it up, it said written by Pieter van Dokkum, 8 years old, and it's about nature. And then there are several pages entirely devoted to dragonflies. And it even has like a page talking about the metamorphosis of dragonflies, and that's one of the most beautiful sights in nature. And so I'd completely forgotten about that. The new book is really not all that different from that book, that little thing that I put together as an 8-year-old. I think a lot has to do with my parents, who were both artists. And particularly my mother made art always of nature and of bees and etchings of bees and things like that. And so that's from early childhood, that capturing nature somehow was always a theme. And then for me, photography was a more accessible way maybe than painting or drawing. A lot of times when you start to know something or someone, they become more interesting, and I think that is part of it. It just becomes familiar and intimate almost. At least for me, whenever I delve deeply into something, I usually find it more and more interesting. Same with astronomy. When I did more of it, I became more and more interested in it. And even now, if I start on a new field or a new topic in my work, the more I learn about it, the more interested that I get. But I've always seen it as something completely separate from the astronomy. It's a different part of me that's interested in nature, and it's more meditative, being outside and being away from the usual job things and research, and just being in nature and out there.